Hey everybody. Okay, round two. So by looking at this picture, it gives you a pretty good idea how bad this thing was. I mean, it was like there's like 1.5 inches of Bondo in this corner. The far corner is way worse. The patch panel stuff, we'll go through some of that shit later on, but yeah, it was pretty crazy how they just decide that they just want to fill everything with, and I mean, old Bondo, right? So you get that moisture in it, it was popping, and it was pretty crazy. And then like as you can see, this is where we first started to gut. They actually had an RV roof vent in it because they tried to camperize it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy, the shit that they had chopped and hacked, and yeah, anyways, so we'll just keep rolling. As you can see, like there's still probably 1 inch of Bondo sitting in this corner down here, but it gives you a good idea. You can see how beat up the inner wheel tubs are. They actually tried to arc weld something inside of this. I don't know, they burnt through everywhere. It was a complete disaster. And like I say, you can see how much they chopped out. They only had left a little piece, and I mean, they didn't even try. We did section the wheel tubs on the existing, and we put pickup tubs in. But look at the dash, like it was just crazy, like just absolutely crazy. But anyways, this is here pretty much all stripped. We didn't quite get all the paint off the roof that goes on the rotisserie, and to do that. And then yeah, look at the hood, how much that paint was. It was just blowing off. It was just crazy. So this is our other hood. We are pickup tubs that we got. So when we cut, was an angle piece on the top of it was for the plywood, and these are the mounts. So when we did this, so we've hacked this out. There's our pickup tubs, so they've already been cut. They'll go on, and then we trim the edge off. This is the square body master cylinder slash through port for the steering. We changed this to go to a different style. This is another round in the sandblasting, so we were able to get more of the door jambs and stuff after we kind of got everything disassembled a little bit better. This is all the square body stuff, so square body throttle, square body brake, had everything set up, it's all done, and you can see how much of a difference in the firewall it makes. And then here you can still see that the paint's on the roof, so this is, we got it on the rotisserie, and we're able to roll it over to get it all cleaned up, which really helped a lot. Yeah, like I say, you can see inside there, it's just, they had plywood bolted here, bolted there. This is their firewall cleanup, so there's a whole bunch of holes. They had miscellaneous 1.5 inch, 2 inch holes everywhere, so we were fixing it. Mid structure, rear cab, 2x2 by 1/8, and then I made inserts for strengthening. We had to rebuild the bottoms where the plywood had all come in. It was pretty bad. So then this is, now we're still doing the mock-up, fuel tanks in. We're setting out the grid for the 1x1 by 1/8 square tube was our floor structure. So I actually had to notch these cross members that actually bolted to the wood by 1/4 inch in order to just get everything set down to be the same height. And here you can see, so we got the pickup tubs in, and obviously the vans are round, these are vertical, so we actually cut those out, and we actually made filler pieces for these. So same thing too, the back has got a 2x2 by 1/8 that comes right in and bolts right into that. That was the only part of the original van that was actually steel to steel, was here, there, and then the front. So then, oh, got a visitor. Anyway, so here you can see we're starting to build a 1 inch substructure. Our first sheet has gone on, and you can see our mounting holes for where our body mounts are going. This is the exhaust that I had built for it, wasn't finished. These are my vertical stands, so these go into the floor and are welded in for the spacers for like the 3/4 inch to 1 inch stuff, right? We built 2 boxes, one on either side, so we have an accessory if we want a second battery or just use it as a cooler or storage. This will be the battery box here. And you can see that we're slowly getting, this is a full sheet, and here we haven't cut this rear piece out. So now here's the rear piece cut. The tops are built for the boxes. You know, in and out, in and out, in and out, trying to get that final fit, and you can start seeing here. So we finally got some tacks just on the wheel tubs, and then these all got to come out, and then what we're going to do is we'll mark it, and then we're going to spot weld, like plug weld the whole floor in, so we're not getting too much distortion. And as you can see, the boxes, so the reinforcing that we've done. And then just like I say, this is for the battery, so it gets a vertical tongue. It's not just the battery in the tin box. What do we got here? We got speakers. This was just a jig that we had used for our overall shape on that kind of fun stuff. But anyways, yeah, so now we're starting to get into the sheet and everything else in the van. So I'll just stop the video there, not make it too long, and go, holy Christ, he's rambling again. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.